What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Reality TV, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. I don't know what's going on. I told you this last night, late last night. I don't know what's going on. I I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think it was a foregone conclusion necessarily that Catherine was going to be the replacement for Keanu, but I did think that she was high up there on the list, and I don't know where this Jimmy thing came from, because when the season first started, I was like, I don't like Jimmy. I think Jimmy is dangerous. I hope that Jimmy gets out of the house. But as time has gone on, it's not that I don't think Jimmy's dangerous, but in terms of all these characters in the house, I don't see him as the most dangerous. In terms of dangerous players, I'd put Keanu high up there on that list. I'd put Kelly up there on that list. I would put, I would put Riley up on that list because he's such a wild card. And plus, he's not even really playing the game. He's just doing everything to make sure that Catherine is okay. I wouldn't say that Catherine is the most dangerous player in the game, but if I were Mickey, I would be scared for the possibility of Catherine and Riley to both stay in this game together. Because when you get two people like that who are just, they don't care about the game, they're playing their own separate game from everyone else's game. And they're going to do everything together, work together, share information together. Like, I just wouldn't want the two of them coming back in the house. So I would want to secure getting Riley out, really. But the thing is, that somebody like Riley has been telling Catherine, oh, if we get into the blockbuster and you're in the blockbuster and I'm in the blockbuster, I'm gonna throw the blockbuster to you, or I'm not gonna win because I want you to win the blockbuster. Man, you have somebody who's weak right now. You have a player that is just weakened and not even thinking about the game, really. He's just thinking about the girl. So I think that's a no-brainer in my opinion. Like, Jimmy, for those ladies, even though Jimmy is kind of playing a somewhat of a similar game to Vinny in the sense of, I'm good with this group, I'm good with that group, because he said, oh yeah, I'm really good with Catherine and Riley. That's what he said when Riley originally won the HOH. Yeah, I'm really good with both of them, and they're my friends and everything. So, but I think that despite the fact that he's good with them, he talks to them, that kind of thing, I think that he was more closely working with the side of, like, Rachel, Mickey, Morgan. I don't know, maybe Ashley, I don't know, but I don't think this is his week to go if you're Mickey. I really don't. I don't think that should be the big move that you make. And then in the event that he comes back, you don't have his loyalty anymore. So I think that she made the right moves with her initial choices. Although I might have put up Kelly, I might have put up Catherine instead of Kelly, seeing how this is all playing out, because that's what's making her decision more complicated. Or Lauren. I would have put up, like, Ashley's suggestion wasn't that bad. I would have put up Lauren or Catherine. One of those two. The Kelly decision, yeah, it's an easy one, but it's like, okay, you made the easy one to put her on the block, but now you're complicating things, with what's happening while she's on the block. With the veto decision, I get maybe she just had a short span of time to make this choice. Hi, Jacqueline, if I didn't say that. Maybe she just had a short span of time to just get that together, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this group that we have here talks a lot. They talk a lot, but they talk a lot of nothing. That's the thing that I don't understand. They understand the game somewhat. Some of them understand the game, but it's like they're not thinking 2-3 steps ahead. They're just thinking, what would make the most sense for me to do today? That's why, as much as it probably annoys a lot of people, I talk about that cookout season, and I'm like, it's not just the fact that, okay, oh, it's boring and easy, but it's the fact that they all sat down, came up with a strategy. This is what we're gonna do. Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, and then we get to jury, and then may the best person win. We duke it out with each other. But they had a strategy. They had an ongoing strategy that was very smart and very thorough and very well executed, and that's not boring to me. Now, these people who their strategy changes week to week, like Monday it's this, Wednesday it's this, Thursday it's this. I know you have to make adjustments, but they don't even seem to plan. They seem to try to plan 2 weeks ahead. If I do this, will I be good with you next week? And this cast doesn't even seem to be loyal like that. Good morning, Cass. This group of characters does not even seem to exhibit that type of loyalty to where, like, listen to what Riley has been saying to Catherine. Catherine, I'm telling them whatever they want to hear. You tell them whatever you want to hear, whatever they want to hear. And between the two of us, just lie and be fake. Even though we don't want to lie and be fake, just lie and be fake to get us through the week. And then next week, we're going to make power moves. I'm scared for Mickey after this week because Mickey might only be good next week if she finds a way, if her group finds a way to win. Like if Morgan or who else? If Morgan, Ashley, or Rachel find a way to win. That might be the only way she's actually safe in the house. Especially if you piss off Jimmy and he comes back. Now, Kelly, I don't know what's up with Kelly, because Kelly seems to want to check out. Kelly seems checked out of the house. These New Yorkers, driving in New York will never cease to annoy me. Because it's like, you see that I'm making a turn, bruh. My turning signal's on. So obviously, I have an intent to make my turn. And obviously, you also see that there's people in the way of me making my turn. Hi. Can I get Okay, I reset it. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Mickey. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what's happening. Like I said, I thought her original three choices were cool. You know, I don't see any problem with her original three choices. But this replacement nom thing, I just don't understand. Yeah, and it's weird, but it actually is chaotic and strategic in some ways. But the thing is, it's like it's given Survivor. I keep saying that. You know how Survivor everything changes like 10 times in one day? They're like, "Oh, this person is the target." But then I think that this person might have an idol. So let's flush the idol out. And then everyone agrees. No, this is how Survivor starts. In the morning, everybody agrees. This person needs to get out because this person is dangerous. That's the morning. Then they all split up, and then two or three people go and whisper amongst themselves, and they're like, well, you know how we all agreed that this person needs to be the one to go? Why don't we save this person because they're going to be a shield, and then we all flip the votes, and then we do this person. But that would require this one and this one doing this and this one doing that. But I think we have the votes, but it's a little bit risky. But then what if this person has an idol? What's going to be the plan B? Da 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 da. I'm used to Survivor being like that, because I used to watch Survivor and be like, oh, so Billy Joe was the target, and then I'd be like, okay, so Billy Joe is not the target. Jane Smith is now the target. Gotcha. Now, now it's not. Now it's this person. You know what I mean? But Big Brother is like, it's like a chess game where people are like, there's a way to play chess. There's like a specific way to play chess well that is already known. And they're like, let's just put this piece here for the hell of it and see what happens. Like, you're moving the piece to the place that it's supposed to go, but at the same time you don't have your next 4 or 5 moves planned ahead. You just moved that piece there just because it seemed like that's the place to move it. Yo. I think it's a good thing Jimmy needs to be on the... But why? But for what strategy? I'm not asking, should Jimmy be on the block? I'm saying, if you're Mickey and you're the HOH, you currently have Kelly and shoot, why is the name slipping me right now? Kelly and Riley. You currently have Kelly and Riley on the block. What strategic reason is there to make Jimmy the third pick this week? That's the explanation that I need. And I have a TikTok if you want to add me. My TikTok is music and mental health, but I can't say that I have been active on there. I tried to be active, but I just got tired of it. It still exists. Favorite seasons of second chances, voting, blocks rather than big alliances, but a smaller alliance of Jeremy Spencer and Tasha. Jimmy's a threat to get far. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. He's a threat to get far, but not smart for Mickey to put on the block. That's how I feel. Oh, we done? shoot. I'm muted. I'm so sorry. I'm muted though because it was playing TLC. It was playing TLC in the smoothie shop. So the video would have gotten taken down anyways. I was saying I got some pounds to take off, and I've been on my fitness kick for the last week. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. You know, I brought my meal preps to work. I went to the gym 6 days out of 7. Getting my favorite. I'm getting something from my favorite smoothie shop, or I got something from my favorite smoothie shop rather. Oh, okay, Shanna. Like I said, I'm not too active on TikTok, but if y'all want to follow me on there, you can. I don't have a problem with that. I feel like I could possibly make some waves on TikTok. I just don't have the patience for it. But I already have the ability to go live on TikTok. I've gone live on TikTok before, but it has not super benefited me in terms of followers or anything like that. So I was like, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth. I think for me to become somebody who makes all their money on these platforms, I'd have to just not be somebody who works. I would have to be the unemployed and just dedicate all my time to creating a social media strategy of how to engage a lot of people on these platforms. I want to start posting and dip my toes. So what kind of content? This is what I like. What kind of content do you want to create, Shanna? I'm interested to know what kind of content you want to start doing, and where. Do you have an idea of which platform that you have a preference for, or what? That's what I'd like to know. To tell you the truth, right? Before Big Brother, I had never watched so many vlogs before. The one vlog that I ever watched before I started watching Big Brother was AfterBuzz TV with Maria Menounos. And she recapped a bunch of shows, but the only one that I watched was her challenge recaps, which I loved watching. And I said to myself, this hobby is so time consuming that I want to make money off of it like they do. She was the reason. I do mention Big Brother Boy as one of the reasons that I started doing Big Brother vlogs, but I was watching AfterBuzz TV years before I knew who he was, and years before I even watched a single episode of Big Brother. So she's really the one that made me feel like this is something I could potentially do, and I wanted to do it since back then. But the reason I reference him is because when I started looking at all the other vloggers, their stuff really had a certain polish to it. And I'm not saying that in any kind of an insulting way. But it was really well put together in a way that I was like, I don't think I can do it like that. I'm just me. I can't be like polished online version of myself Then when I saw his channel, I was like, shoot, there's a lane for everybody. I have a lot of followers over there. Oh, I don't even know. What is the follower count? 1,000? I don't think it's a decent amount. I think it's less than 1,000. I mean, it's less than I have here. You said that before, Jacqueline. So do me a favor, Jacqueline. If you're following me anywhere, are you following me anywhere on social media? Because if you are, like, shoot me a message and we'll talk about that. If you are on there, we can. I would love to go through your season and watch it, because I've never watched Naked and Afraid. I would go through your season and watch it, and you could jump on my channel and talk about it. That sounds cool, if interested. I do recall you saying that to me before, but message me, people. Actually, all my email information, I believe, if you go on my About Me section on YouTube, I believe my email information is on there. And I have like a Google Voice number that I might be dropping for anyone who wants to contact me. I'll take that back. I won't drop it for anyone who wants to contact me, but if I have a reason to give that to you, then I will. But it's a Google Voice number anyways, so. Scrub is the guy that can't get no love from me. Oh, my parking spot is already gone. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Is this another spot? Perhaps, but it's too tight of quarters. About my dog and some lifestyle stuff. I mean, people. Oh, you watched AfterBuzz TV, Shanna? I loved it. I loved AfterBuzz TV. And they had like that panel. I don't really remember the other people, but they had like a panel of about 4 people, I believe. And when I would finish with my challenge episodes, I would go right to AfterBuzz TV and watch the panel. And because in my life, I didn't have other people to discuss challenge stuff with, right? I have almost 11. That's crazy. That's actually crazy that I have almost 1,100 followers on TikTok, because I deleted the app off my phone probably close to a year ago, and then I only re-downloaded it because somebody sent me something, and it makes you have to have a TikTok account to be able to view the video. So I re-downloaded it, but when I got off of TikTok, I had 800 subscribers. I had 800 and something subscribers. So apparently I gained 300 subscribers in absence of me even being on the account. That's kind of crazy. I wish YouTube worked like that. Maybe I should throw a post on there today. You know what I'm going to throw on there today? I'm going to throw on like my little CT video from the Challenge Mania event and see what that does. Okay, I'll do that. I just got a call back to go on the Last Man Standing. Is this your name, Jacqueline Lance? Can I look you up and see you? I just finished doing my nails. They're silver. I have an itch, and it's because my nails are freshly painted silver. I've never made a dime on TikTok. And as a matter of fact, do you know that you have to have 10,000 followers on TikTok? I'm sorry, 10,000 followers on TikTok to monetize. 10,000. You can add up the amount of followers that I have had on every social media platform that ever existed. And I don't have 10,000. So maybe it's easier to make money on TikTok once you have passed the threshold of followers and I think views. There's like a view count and a follower count, but it's not easy to get monetized. It's way easier to get monetized on YouTube than it is on TikTok. I can tell you that much. YouTube right now actually lowered their requirement. When I first got monetized on YouTube, I had to get 1,000 subscribers, and now it's 500. They cut it down to 500, and then the views, like now they have YouTube Shorts. They did not have YouTube Shorts at the time when I was trying to get monetized. So we weren't able to get these quick hitter views where you could put like a video in your shorts and it gets you 3, 4, 5,000 views from the people that are just swiping through. Unless you become an affiliate with one of those little companies. I really wish. There's people that I have to reconnect with. I'm not going to keep dropping names, but there's people I had previously connected to at times in the past that are very TikTok savvy that I would like to ask for help. You want to know something? I should ask Kara for help because Kara has I'm going to look at her TikTok. I think she has a pretty decent TikTok following. But the thing with somebody that is already known, I wonder to myself, is it because you're already known that you're able to do this, or is it something that you had to build up? But then I know some people who were on TV shows and then they went on TikTok and they were not able to gain very significant followings. Yeah, I don't have Snapchat. Hi, Jacob. Everyone has been told me for years to get a Snapchat. I was the last person to get a TikTok. I was one of the last people to get a Facebook. I was one of the last people to get a MySpace when that was a thing. What else is even on there? Instagram. I didn't have an Instagram for years after it was made. Twitter. I had a Twitter, but I only started using it because Big Brother. When I started watching Big Brother, there was so much stuff going down on Twitter that I was like, I need one. And Reddit for the same reasons, even though I don't look at it that much. I only use Snapchat to text girls. I wanted to post on YouTube forever. You know what? People have told me YouTube is a fossil, and I think it is. I think that most of the people Okay, let's say it's not a fossil because there's still young people that make hella money. But unless you're one of those people who's streaming video games, I've heard that YouTube is very hard. Like, that's why I have to pat myself on the back just a little bit when it comes to YouTube. Because when I first got on monetized with this stupid YouTube partnership program, everybody told me that the main reason why I was able to get monetized is because I was showing the YouTube live feeds. I was showing the Big Brother live feeds. And there's some truth to that because the Big Brother live feeds, a lot of people would come on there to see the feeds because they didn't have their Paramount Plus, and I don't think Pluto was really a thing at the time. But then when I made this channel, YouTube live feeds are not allowed on this channel. Right now, because CBS put the clamps on posting their live feeds and being monetized. So, I built up another channel that is monetized. So now nobody can say that. That's not a thing anymore. I only use Twitter because Cliff told me to. So he sent me an interview link. I need 48 subs. I'll sub your channel. Hold on. Are you able to set? You have my email address, don't you, Shanna? If you have my email address, which I think you do, I'm pretty sure you emailed me at some point. Email me your channel, right? Email me your channel, and I'll sub, and I'll post it on my community page, and hopefully that will help get you your last 48 subs. I only use Snapchat to text girls, and by girls I mean my girl Blue. Blue is rarely active on Discord. I'll sub if I can find your channel. Subbed. Twitter is all I use. I have Snapchat for family, friends. Nah, you have Snapchat so that you can do. I'm not even gonna say the word. It's not even that I can't. I'm scared to say what I was gonna say. I just don't want this to trigger. I don't want this to trigger YouTube demonetizing my video. So I'll just say in a different way. You have Snapchat so you can post up disappearing behaviors. You don't want everyone to see Cass activities. Cass probably has videos on there that she puts up in a pool of lettuce. Yeah, I can't click on your name because I'm on live right now. Oh, that was from Ma. How long do you think Keanu will last? I think just his ability to win and the fact that he'll never throw a comp because his back's against the wall. I can see him making it to jury. I could see Keanu is lining up to be in a Michael type of situation. Michael Big Brother 24. Where everybody is like, this guy, we can't get rid of him. We keep trying, and he keeps winning the veto. So we're going to have one chance. Because I remember on season 24, I remember this conversation right after one of the competitions where Monty and Turner were talking. And they were frustrated. Turner especially, he was like, dang, this guy, like, he doesn't lose at anything. How are we gonna get rid of him? Like, we put him on the block, he takes himself off the block. We put him on the block, he takes himself off the block. And he's so good. None of us can beat him. And then I remember Monty being like, yeah, he's so good, but he can't win everything. He was like, he has to lose something. And eventually, you know, when he loses that one thing, that's when we take our shot. So my thing with him is that double evict. That's when he got to go. I feel like take your shot during the double eviction where he has to win two things back to back live to be able to stay in. Is it possible for him to do that? Yes. Is it statistically likely? No. For him to win like HOH POV back to back on a live double eviction. I don't. That prediction, Shanna, is, I don't know. I don't think so. Anything is possible, though. I'm not saying that that's not possible, but do I think that it's likely? No. That would be such an unlikely scenario. But preseason predictions are preseason predictions. Those are all for fun. You know, we just look at the roster, we listen to the things that they say, and we're like, I think that this person will be the most likely. Keanu face. That picture of Keanu shrugging his shoulders that we always see every week after he wins a comp. Like I said, it's the new Jag face. Remember when everyone kept wanting Jag to get out? And then he kept winning all the competitions and they couldn't get him out? That's what's happening. That's what's happening with my boy. I'm trying to do some cleaning. What time is it? 11:08. I'm trying to do a little bit of cleaning, but I can do some of it on the phone. Alright. Ashley and Lauren seems like no one is targeting. Well, Riley was about to put Lauren on the block before his HOH got swiped. They got rid of all of the guys who could beat him. All the guys who could beat who? They got rid of all the guys who could beat who? That's my question. Yeah, that's true. They're willing to keep Rachel. You know why? You know what I was just thinking of? It's random, but I think I know why my TikTok got a bunch of subscribers. It's because last year I crossed the border into Canada and I made a video. This was like probably around November or so, and I made a video about it, like a quick video where I was basically saying how much easier it was to get into Canada than it was to get into the US. And then I think this was during the election time, like I said, and that video low-key kind of went viral. I think it was like at least 5 digits worth of views and hella commentary that I was getting on that video every day. And I think that probably gained me a ton of followers.
Jagger, I gotta get something to eat. See you tonight, Shanna. Don't forget to send me that email. The men on BB25 were weak outside of Hyza. Who do we have? We had Jag. We had Cameron. We had Red. We had Corey. We had Matt. We had Sorry I Sucked Matt. We had who did I miss? Garrett. I think that's everybody. But a lot of people in BB25 were throwing comps, and Mama Fee, for those of us who were on the live, um, my Zoom with Mama Fee confirmed that a lot of people were throwing those comps.
So it's not even necessarily like Cam was good at comps. I'm not gonna say he was not good at comps, but I am gonna say he did not have a ton of competition. Just like Jag didn't have a ton of competition. He latched himself onto Cameron until Cameron got out, and then when Cameron got out, it was him, Bowie Jane, Matt, and the Mamas. So I'm not impressed. Not impressed by what was going on with the comps that season. And apparently Keanu barely beat Riley in this competition. I'm cleaning and talking, y'all. So I have probably in like 11:30 my time, about 17 minutes is when I'm gonna hop off of here. But I'll be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. But if you watch this on the replay, I definitely want to know what you do, what you think of this potential Jimmy replacement instead of Catherine. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about it. Matter of fact, I don't have mixed feelings. I just don't think it's the best move for Mickey. That's all. Yeah, it's gonna be some drama if that happens, and I'm looking forward to drama. But I guess what it is for me is that Mickey has emerged as one of my favorite people on the season. So I'm now thinking about what's best for her game because I want to see her do well. I would love to see her win, actually. I would love to see Mickey win. There's a few people that I wouldn't mind seeing win, but she's current present day. That's my that's been my favorite person thus far from what I've seen thus far. And I really want to see what she does with her HOH. Let someone else do the chaos, not you. Yeah, like Jimmy can go up there, but let Ashley do it. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody else do it. Because I don't want her to have all these targets on her back from making that big early move. He was already bold enough to put Riley on there on his own page. That was kind of the move. That was the bold move to put Riley up there. Riley and Jimmy, that's the kind of thing that when I have enemies working together. I want enemies becoming new friends.
has the potential to slip through off of social media. And I think this is but I don't think there's five people on social media. Thanks, Edward. What did Edward say? Here's my thing. Even though it's bad for Mickey's game right now, I'm still okay with him being evicted. He's as much of a snake as Keanu. I don't care if honestly, I don't care if snakes stay in the game. Like we need snakes in the game for the entertainment. My thing is more of like justify the move. Justify the move for yourself. What does that move do for you? Now, if this was like Lauren making that move or somebody that I didn't care one way or another, I'd be like, make that move, girl. Make it as chaotic as possible. Put all the snakes on the block next to each other. But when it's somebody I'm trying to see win, I'm like, maybe you can only anger one snake at a time. Because one of them is going to come back mad. Oh, man. For 12 minutes, I got into the 12 minutes, and then I'm going to hop in the shower, and then I'm going to run to the gym. And then I'm going to resume my cleaning activities when I get home. I have things to do on the computer. This is too packed of a Sunday, I'll tell you that. Too packed of a Sunday. Too packed of a Sunday. Yep. Shower, then gym, and then shower again. It's the Guido way. It's the Guido way. The shirt before the shirt. My shower is not going to be 2 hours. Because it's 11:30. I'll be going to the gym at 12. So listen, it's the weekend. When I don't have to leave my house, I take less frequent showers. It is what it is. So, but my in-house etiquette and my out-of-house etiquette is two different things. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to hop off now, but thank you everyone for joining. Thanks, Edward, for the super chat. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to jump on here before the episode, but I can guarantee that I will be on here after the episode. So I hope to be on here sometime before the episode, but I have so many things to do today that it's a maybe for that. But I always sit down. Sunday is my most likely day to be on here post episode because it's Sunday. You know, I have energy today because it's not 2 days off of work, and all the BS that happens at work makes me feel more energized. And yeah, that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. People who said that they were going to email.